There's a chill that runs down our spines when we hear the words serial killer. It's a primal fear, a whisper of vulnerability that reminds us of the darkness lurking in the world. Yet, we find ourselves drawn to these stories, captivated by the macabre and the mysteries they hold. We ask ourselves, what drives a human being to commit such unspeakable acts? Perhaps it's the same morbid curiosity that compels us to slow down at a car crash, a mixture of horror and a strange sense of relief that it's not us. We study their faces, their crimes, searching for answers to questions we can barely articulate. Are these individuals born evil, or are they shaped by the shadows of their past? The answer, as with most things in life, is complex. It's a tapestry woven from nature and nurture, from childhood trauma to societal pressures, from mental illness to the chilling indifference that allows them to prey on the innocent. But one thing is certain. The fascination with serial killers is a reflection of our own deepest fears and darkest curiosities. And as we delve into the lives and crimes of some of the most infamous killers in history, we must remember the victims. They are not just names on a page or statistics in a report. They are human beings whose lives were tragically cut short, leaving behind a void that can never be filled. Their stories deserve to be told, their memories honored. From Jack the Ripper to Ted Bundy, the stories of serial killers have captivated the public imagination for centuries. But why are we so drawn to these tales of horror? What is it about the darkest recesses of humanity that holds us in its thrall? Part of it, no doubt, is the thrill of the unknown. Serial killers often operate in the shadows, their motives shrouded in mystery. They challenge our sense of order and security, reminding us that the world can be a dangerous and unpredictable place. This fear, however unsettling, also creates a sense of excitement, a morbid curiosity that keeps us glued to our seats. Moreover, we are drawn to the puzzle of the criminal mind. We want to understand what makes these individuals tick, to unravel the twisted logic that drives them to kill. By studying their methods, their backgrounds, and their psychologies, we hope to gain some insight into the darkest corners of human nature. This desire to comprehend the incomprehensible is a powerful motivator, fueling our fascination with true crime. However, it is crucial to remember that our fascination should never overshadow the very real human cost of these crimes. As we delve into the minds of killers, we must also remember the victims, their families, and the communities forever scarred by their actions. For every monster in the headlines, there are countless untold stories of pain, loss, and resilience. Ultimately, our fascination with serial killers speaks to our own mortality, our vulnerability in a world where evil can lurk behind the most ordinary facades. It is a reminder to cherish life, to value safety, and to never take our loved ones for granted. The media plays a complex and often controversial role in shaping our understanding of serial killers. On one hand, it serves as a crucial source of information, alerting the public to dangers and helping law enforcement bring criminals to justice. On the other hand, the media can sensationalize these stories, turning killers into celebrities and perpetuating harmful stereotypes. Newspapers, television shows, and movies often portray serial killers as charismatic masterminds, playing into our fascination with the macabre. They focus on the gruesome details of the crimes, the psychological profiles of the killers, and the cat-and-mouse games with law enforcement. This can create a distorted image of serial killers, making them seem more powerful and elusive than they actually are. Furthermore, the media's focus on certain types of serial killers, typically white males, can perpetuate harmful narratives about race, gender, and class. This can lead to biased reporting and a lack of attention given to killers who don't fit the stereotypical profile. The result is a skewed public perception of who serial killers are and who their victims are. It's important to remember that media representations are not always accurate or objective. They are often driven by ratings, profits, and the desire to tell a compelling story. While the media can be a valuable tool for understanding serial killers, it's crucial to consume these stories with a critical eye, questioning the narratives presented and seeking out diverse perspectives. As we navigate the world of true crime, we must be mindful of the media's influence and strive to separate fact from fiction. By engaging with these stories responsibly, we can honor the victims, support their families, and advocate for a safer society. Section 4. Wolves in sheep's clothing. The deceptive charm of predators. One of the most chilling aspects of serial killers is their ability to blend into society. often appearing charming, charismatic, and utterly normal. They are masters of deception, masking their true nature behind a carefully constructed facade. This ability to appear harmless allows them to gain the trust of their victims, making them all the more vulnerable. Ted Bundy, for example, was known for his good looks and charming demeanor. He often lured his victims by feigning injury or impersonating authority figures. Jeffrey Dahmer, despite his inner turmoil, presented a quiet and unassuming persona to his neighbors. John Wayne Gacy was a well-liked contractor and active community member who dressed up as a clown for children's parties. These examples highlight the chilling reality that evil often wears a friendly face. Serial killers are adept at manipulating others, exploiting their kindness, empathy, and willingness to help. They understand social cues, mimic emotions, and create bonds of trust, all to lower the guard of their unsuspecting prey. This ability to compartmentalize, to separate their dark desires from their outward persona, is a hallmark of many serial killers. It allows them to function in society, to hold down jobs, have relationships, and appear completely unremarkable, even as they harbor monstrous thoughts and impulses. Understanding this deceptive nature is crucial for protecting ourselves and others. It underscores the importance of being discerning in our interactions, setting healthy boundaries, and trusting our instincts. If something feels wrong, it probably is. By being aware of the potential for danger, even in seemingly safe situations, we can be more vigilant and better equipped to protect ourselves and those we love. Section 5. Ted Bundy, the All-American Nightmare. Ted Bundy, with his boyish good looks and disarming charm, became the embodiment of the All-American Nightmare. He shattered the illusion that monsters lurked in the shadows, proving that evil could wear the face of the boy next door. His crimes, marked by their brutality and depravity, sent shockwaves across America, forever changing the way we view strangers and the dangers that lurk beneath the surface. Bundy's modus operandi often involved feigning injury or impersonating authority figures to gain the trust of his victims, typically young women who resembled his college girlfriend. He would then overpower them, often taking them to secluded areas where he could torture and kill them at his leisure. His crimes were not merely acts of violence but displays of sadism, fueled by a deep-seated hatred and a desire to exert ultimate control. What made Bundy particularly terrifying was his ability to blend into society. He was intelligent, articulate, and charismatic, even representing himself in court and captivating audiences with his seemingly genuine remorse. This dissonance between his charming persona and his monstrous acts made him all the more unsettling, a chilling reminder that evil can lurk behind the most unassuming facades. Bundy's reign of terror finally ended in 1989 when he was executed in Florida. However, his legacy continues to haunt us, serving as a stark reminder of the darkness that can reside within seemingly ordinary individuals. His case highlighted the vulnerability of women in society, the fallibility of our judgments, and the enduring power of evil to shock and horrify. Section 6. Jeffrey Dahmer, Descent into Depravity. Jeffrey Dahmer's crimes shocked the world with their depravity and brutality. His apartment in Milwaukee became a house of horrors, a place where his twisted fantasies played out with terrifying consequences. Dahmer's descent into darkness was a slow and insidious process, fueled by a cocktail of mental illness, social isolation, and a macabre fascination with death. Dahmer's victims, mostly young men and boys, were lured to his apartment under false pretenses. Once inside, he would drug them, torture them, and ultimately kill them. His crimes went beyond murder. They were acts of necrophilia and cannibalism, driven by a desire to possess and control his victims even in death. What made Dahmer's case particularly disturbing was his ability to evade detection for so long. Despite the overwhelming stench of death emanating from his apartment, neighbors remained oblivious, highlighting the dangers of apathy and the ease with which evil can thrive in plain sight. Dahmer's trial and subsequent imprisonment brought little solace to the families of his victims. Their pain and loss were immeasurable, their lives forever scarred by his monstrous acts. Dahmer himself expressed remorse for his crimes, acknowledging the depth of his depravity. However, his words could not erase the horror he inflicted, nor could they bring back the lives he had so cruelly taken. Dahmer's case serves as a chilling reminder of the dark potential that can lurk within the human psyche. It underscores the importance of recognizing the signs of mental illness, addressing social isolation, and creating communities that prioritize empathy and support. Only by confronting these issues head-on can we hope to prevent such tragedies from occurring in the future.